Hello and welcome to part 3 of the Bratz collection cleanup. In the last video I promised that I was going to clean these ones and these were the last of the box. So I'm going to get started now. So in the last video I already had written down everything they were missing to complete them, and here they are. So now I'm just going to go and wash them. So here are all the dolls. I've taken all their clothes off, and right here are all the clothes that I think are dirty and are going to need a wash today. So today I'm going to clean up these ones, and these ones over here are probably going to get cleaned tomorrow or at a later date today, either one. All 5 of them are now washed and are sitting with conditioner in their hair. So now I'm going to clean the bundle of clothes here. All of these pieces, we've got fashion packs. I have 2 of these. One of them's not looking so great though. So now I'm gonna go and grab the jug and the nappy sand. The clothes are now in there, all bubbling away, and already just after 5 minutes of messing around with the clothes, the water is filthy. So I'm trying to let them sit for maybe half an hour to an hour, and then I'm going to change the water. These girls have been sitting here for about 15 minutes now. I was able to get her marks off of her face, kind of. She still has a little bit there. With some cotton buds and some soap, because they're on her makeup, on her cheeks. So I can't use nail polish remover, so I'm just going to have to keep scrubbing with a cotton bud and soap. So now all the girls are sitting here cleaned of their conditioner, and now I'm going to wait until they're just a little bit drier because I don't want them too wet, and then I'm going to do their hairs and try and to restyle it back to kind of how it was. I'm not the best, so it probably won't be that great, but it'll be better than it was, that's for sure. So I've now left these for about an hour, and I think the water is filthy, so I want to rinse them off quickly, cold water, and lie them on this towel. So I can get all that dirty water out of them. And then I'm going to restart the process. And last piece. Done. I cannot believe that this pile of clothes was that dirty. So now I'm just going to run the warm water, so I'm waiting for that to heat up a little bit. And then I'm going to tip this out. Give it a rinse. And give it a fill. This might take a while. That should be enough. Now I have my nappy sandwich here. Pour a little bit more in. And now take this pile of clothes back. You can see it's on the towel. So I'm gonna dab it. Try and get it out before I put it back in the clean water. Get it all in there. Make sure they're all getting some on it to clean. And now hopefully all the bad stuff that was in them is now out of it and they can sit for the night. It's now the next morning and the clothes are out to dry. I just taken them out and the only thing I'll probably be putting back into wash would be this top. It still looks pretty stained yellow. So apart from that, the girls have been drying overnight and their hair is now just wet enough that I can style their hair. It's now a bit later in the day and these girls are dry enough with their hairs done, and now I'm going to get started on some more. I have now finished washing the rest of the dolls and they're now just sitting here in conditioner. I have to get a few marks off of them, like this one on her cheek. I don't know how I'm going to get this one off of Yasmin because it's very close to her mark. And I believe this one had a couple on her legs. The conditioner has now been washed out of the hair, so now they're just going to sit here for overnight to dry. It's now 10 o'clock at night and they've been sitting here for quite a few hours now, and the hair is still a bit damp but dry enough now that I can do some of the hairstyles and brush the hair out. So now I'm going to get to that, and so then they can sit for the rest of overnight until morning and I can check on them again. It's now the next day with the dolls been drying, and I just received this parcel, and I actually brought a double of one I just cleaned because she had her outfit and she was only $13, so I decided that if I wanted to complete mine, then I would just pay for this one, and I'm probably going to sell off one of them because I don't do doubles, but yeah. Okay, so I just opened it, cut it open, grabbing the doll out. She'd been wrapped in some cardboard, so I'm gonna open that. She's in more bubble wrap. Open it. I like to save the bubble wrap for other dolls and stuff that I either put away or sell. So this will come in handy. And it is Funk Out Yasmin. So here she is. She does have a lip chip, and she doesn't actually look like she has any haircuts. I've just had a look over her. She doesn't look like she has any marks though. But I brought her because she had her shirt and her jacket and her pants and her shoes, which mine doesn't have. So I thought that she was cheap enough that I might as well try and complete one. The first lot of dolls that I cleaned are now dry and ready to have all their clothes put back on them. So I'm gonna do that now. So here is Fun Cat Yasmin. I decided to keep my original one that I just cleaned because she doesn't have a lip chip. And I just swapped all of the outfit over. Here is Sweetheart Dana. I thought I had her pants, but turns out that they're meant to have a pink glittery line down the side. So she just has her shoes and her shirt, but that's okay. Rodeo Soroya. She ended up having a lot of broken hair, so she looks like she's got a lot of split ends. But I've tried my best to tame her hair, and I only have her original shoes, so she will have to be put away like this. Twins Krista. I luckily have most of her outfit. She does have some chipping on her shoes. I think acrylic paint would be okay to use, so I'll try and fix those up. And lastly, from the first lot is Holiday Trinity. Her dress is holding her back, so she is on a bit of a lean. But it's very beautiful. And she had all the marks taken off of her face. The dolls from the second lot have now been dried and ready to be dressed as well. But I believe she has some glue seepage all over her eye. And I'm not quite sure how to get rid of that. Lily also has it on her face. You can see it like dripping down her face there. So I'm gonna probably give these two another scrub and see how I go from there. So I've been scratching it off with my nail as well, and you can see there that it's leaving some residue where I've been scratching, so I believe it's coming off. Here is Rodeo Yasmin, her shirt washed up really nicely. And her mark came off of her face around her beauty mark. Here is Sisters Leilani. She came out quite nice. She was a bit grubby. Funk Out Jade. Her clothes washed up nicely. She still has a mark on her leg that I cannot get rid of. But the marks on her face came off. Funk Out Fiona. Here is Race Car Driving Katia. I do not have any of her outfit, but I was able to get the glue seepage off of her face. I'm very happy about that. And lastly is Sweetheart Lily. I only have her original skirt, but she cleaned up nicely. So here is an overview of them all that were washed in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I don't know how many more parts this is gonna be, but I finished 2 boxes. I'm now on to my last, so stay tuned for that.